welcome to another Coffee with Kilroy, where I drink coffee, or sip coffee, or partake of coffee, while you can have something as well. Hope you're enjoying it. And I cover all kinds of different topics, books, inserts, catalogs, all surrounding the gaming industry. And recently I've started up a segment covering postcard games. Yes, these little postcard games that actually serve as postcards. As you can see here, you can put a stamp here and put an address on here, and you can send this to a friend. How about that? So these are small format games. They're published by LPS Inc. They do them both for Against the Odds magazine, which is a war game magazine, a magazine that has a game in it, and also for Turning Point Simulations, which is a game company or format of covering some of the greatest battles in history. And these are nice little kind of bonuses that you get. The game itself is on the front of the postcard. The counters that you need to play the game are on the side. You cut this off and cut them out and then play them on the game itself. The rules are on the back, and as you can see here, the rules are very, very small. I mean, they really squeezed a lot into the back of this postcard here. You can get die cut counters from ATO. Like they have a system where you can select these, and then you get when you pick out the postcard you want, they'll send you die cut counters along with it. When they first started out, they didn't do that, or at least I didn't have access to that. So this one, I do not have these counters for this. I need to find these somewhere. I have a handful of these that I have extras of, but I just don't have the counters for them. And so this is one of the ones I don't. So I need to figure out if I want to try to get those, if they still have them available at Against the Odds. This game right here is The Union Forever. So this is a Civil War based game, somewhat on a kind of a strategic level here. You're starting in 1861 and you're going to 1865. So that sounds relatively strategic to me. There is, but it's at a very high level perspective. This is, as you see, there's even a counter for, or is that a counter there for the Akonda plan? So you're really looking at this from a strategic level of waging the Civil War, the American Civil War. So this is a Paul Rohrbaugh game. He does most of these, if not all. I think I found one or two that he did not do, but I need to go back and look at that. One of the things that he does, he has kind of a patented card activation system. It's not patented, but it's kind of unique to him, or something that he uses a lot in a lot of his games, not only in these postcard games, but in a lot of his other games. He has a game company of his own called High Flying Dice Games, which is a very small publisher. I think it's mainly him and his wife, and they're almost do it yourself or print to play like type games. I mean, you buy games from him, you're going to get a map and rules, and you can actually get cards to some of his games, because again, he has a lot of his games use a card activation system, and but the counters sometimes are not mounted, or they're mounted but you have to cut them out, and so it's not it's not the quality that you would expect in a boxed game. So anyway, enough of that. So here are the rules to this, and so this is going to have a card activation as well. So you don't need dice for this game. You need a standard deck of cards, and the cards themselves will determine the activations. A lot of times, he'll use the colors to determine the activations for each side. Black would be one side and red would be the other. And then the numbers on the cards determine your activations. And the numbers on the card, a lot of times, will determine if you're dealing with a more tactical game. You'll add the numbers on the cards to the combat factors and determine combat that way. This one, though, is strategic, so I think they're still using the cards for activations, but I'm not sure how the combat works in here. I haven't played this in a while. Oh, this one, both players roll 1d6 and add the following die to their result. So this one, you're actually using a dice in this game. So you do have to provide a dice for this one. And some rules here on, there's the combat results, there's rules on pacification. I need my coffee. Sorry about that. And area control effects, special activations, anaconda plan, rebel invasions, end of turn, and winning the game. So you can play the whole Civil War here on the back of a postcard in probably not that much time. There's not that many counters here. So there you have it. I've seen some people talk about this one. Again, I played this a long time ago, and I don't know what I... Sometimes with my extra copies, I'll cut out the counters, or I'll copy this and yeah, I'm weird that way. I don't like to face anything. So I usually might make a copy, and then I'll... of the copy, I'll use cut out stuff and play with it that way. And plus, making a copy, you can blow this up and have a little bit bigger playing area. Plus, you have something, you can blow up the rules or have the rules off to the side. And so I do that from time to time on this. And I got to find my stash of homemade games where I played this at. But it was a long time ago, so I'm not as up on the rules. But I have seen some other people comment on this, and they really like this game. Maybe because it's a very high level and somewhat abstract way to play the American Civil War in a very short period of time. So interesting. Love to know your thoughts on it. If you played this, let me know what you think about it. If you played any of the postcard games or want to talk about that format or those games, love to hear about that as well. It's an open forum for you. Open mic night. Just keep it civil. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Union Forever with my coffee. I hope you are enjoying whatever you're drinking. I really appreciate you spending some time with me. And the best way I know you spent some time with me is drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this, postcard games, or anything on your mind. Again, just keep it civil. Anyway, take care and have a good one. Thanks for watching.